Well, can you tell us a little bit about the process itself? Like if somebody's considering, especially sometimes when you're younger, you think, oh, I'm going to do IVF and you just do it. But as you get older, you overthink things. You're like, well, is it something I really want to do? Maybe it's expensive. And you may talk yourself out of it. What advice would you give somebody who's thinking about IVF and what's the process like?
Yeah, so I mean, don't be afraid. If it's, if having children is something that you really desire, then, you do what's necessary to get them here. And again, like it's not guaranteed, but I mean, it's still of God. It's still a miracle, like that it happens, the whole process. So for us, like, so went to OB first, and then she recommended that I go see reproductive doctor, and then that's when we found the polyps. And then I had to get those removed because they didn't want anything blocking the sperm from getting to my uterus. So had that done. I mean, it happened probably over a 3 month span because I had to take hormones and stuff. And that's just to increase your egg reserve. Like
Mm.
a lot of women don't know that the eggs you have are the same age as you because you're born with all of your eggs. So
Okay.
my eggs were 43 years old. I always
Yeah.
say my kids are 43 because they are so grown. But yeah, so I was 43 when they retrieved my eggs. So once they retrieve your eggs, then they do the process of putting the eggs with the sperm and then seeing how many fertilize. I had 10 eggs, 9 of them fertilized, and then 5 of them made it to day 5. And day 5 is like a good point where the embryos could
Yeah.
last. So I did that and then I had them tested. So I highly recommend getting your embryos tested. And 2 of them came back what they considered normal, and that's my 2 sons. Because in the testing, they can find out if they have too many chromosomes or
Mhm.
things like that, and I was able to actually see the other embryos and what type of chromosomes they had. I had 1 girl. They were all boys, and I had 1 girl, so you could actually see, you
Wow.
know, why they wouldn't have probably made it, and why even not going through that testing, why some babies don't make it, just, going through the process naturally is
Hmm.
because they have some type of birth defect or something like that. Yeah. And then for that, then they just kinda try to time your cycle. I went through, like, my regular cycle, like, they can create an environment to, like, for your cycle to come on, but because I had such good progress, we just went through my natural cycle, like, as if I was just,
Yeah.
intercourse and I got pregnant both times they took, and, I had awesome pregnancies. I didn't have any complications. I mean, really blessed. I mean, I can't, you know, I know that it might not be the way for everyone,
Hmm.
but, I've recommended several people to my doctor. My friend, she had 1 baby naturally, but she went through my doctor and she just had another baby through IVF. So, she didn't it was her 2nd round though. She went through 2 rounds, because the first baby, she, didn't make it, but I mean, it was an embryo. It didn't make
Yeah. Yeah.
but, yeah, so, I mean, it can be stressful, but I really just relied on my faith. Like, my faith never wavered, and I was like, "God, if this is of your will, then it will be done." So I'm
Yeah.
not gonna stress about it.
Midlife your way, that's mature.